Today, I'm going to be trading Justin Jefferson and Derrick Henry to the Jacksonville Jaguars to see how the NFL plays out. So as you guys can see, Derrick Henry is on the Jacksonville Jaguars and Justin Jefferson is also on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, as you can see after adding these two players, this offense looks pretty unstoppable. And on the other side of things, I mean, the Jags definitely have a top 10 defense in the league. And I mean, this year, Trevor Lawrence and the Jags have already proven that they are definitely a Super Bowl contender. But with these two pickups, I'd say they might be a Super Bowl favorite. But as you can see, we got to take on the Colts in week 1. And I mean, if you ask me, I'd say at this point, this is a total mismatch. Just with Henry and Jefferson on this offense, I mean, we should be pretty unstoppable, as I said. We only got 1 yard there, though, so I'm going to give them another chance, and hopefully we can get more than that on this pickup. As you can see, we also have really good field position because apparently our defense forced a fumble, so they are already looking good, and we got some open field with Derrick Henry. So obviously that pickup was a whole lot better than the first play of the game. I'm going to try and go for Jefferson here, though. We gotta wait till the very last second, but he is wide open, and it looks like that's gonna turn into a touchdown. So the Jags are gonna get on the board early here. That's Jefferson's first touchdown as a Jaguar, and that's gonna give us the lead first. But as you can see, our defense got another stop after that, so we're still up 7-0. I'm hoping we can score again and go up by 2 scores, because I mean, the more points, the better, obviously. I'm trying to rack up as many points as I can right now, because I do not want to go out and underestimate Anthony Richardson, because if you do that, he's gonna burn you. The Colts did bring up a 3rd down after that play, though, so we need 6 yards for the first. I'm just gonna try and go for Kirk, who is wide open for a first. So that's going to keep the drive alive. I really want to go for a shot with Jefferson here, but I can almost guarantee that he's going to be locked up on this route. On the other hand, Ridley might be able to get there. Oh my God, what a grab, bro. I mean, he caught that with one hand. That is definitely a highlight reel right there. I mean, that's going to put us up by 2 scores. So far, things are looking good for us. And by the looks of it, after that, I mean, clearly our offense went on a tear. We put up 31 points, and our defense did good too, because they held Indy to 10. So that's going to be a dub on our first game of the season. So I mean, we got the win in the season opener, which is always nice, but now is where the real challenge begins, because we're going to see if we can actually make the playoffs. And as you can see, the Jags went off going 13-4 to win the division. We got to play the Bengals in the wild card round, and it looks like we're going to get the best of Joe Burrow. So now we have to play the Ravens, who are 15-2, and unfortunately this is where our season's going to come to an end, because we took an L, so we're going home. I mean, to be fair, that's a pretty solid run to start things off, but again, when I saw we had to play the Ravens, I knew it was going to be over. But anyways, it looks like this year Dak Prescott's going to be winning MVP. We came like 5th place in the votings, which isn't bad. I mean, as you can see, those weapons definitely paid off, because Lawrence had his best season yet with 3,900 yards for 39 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. But to end off year number 1, it looks like Lamar Jackson is finally getting a ring with a win over the Bucs. But anyways, that's going to bring us to year number 2. I mean, we did win the division last season, so I'm hoping we can run it back here. And as you can see, once again, the Jags went off going 15-2 to absolutely annihilate the division. As you can see, this season, that record's going to give us the number 1 seed in the playoffs. After that, I am feeling really strong about this season. It's looking like this actually might be the year. As you can see, Lawrence had another crazy season with 3,900 yards for 40 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And I mean, in the process, he's gone all the way up to a 95 overall, but it looks like we gotta take on the Raiders in the divisional round, and it looks like we're gonna sneak away with the win. So now we have to play the Dolphins for a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, because the Dolphins are gonna be a pretty tough team to take down, but if we can do this, I mean, I'm thinking this actually might be our year, because that playoff schedule really isn't looking too difficult, because somehow the Chiefs and the Bills both got beat out in the first round. So I'd say the toughest matchup of the year is if we make the Super Bowl, and if the Eagles make it, that's gonna be the hardest game by far. But I mean, the fact that we have Justin Jefferson, Trevor Lawrence, and Derrick Henry all on the same offense, I'd say we definitely have a pretty solid chance at winning that game. That's dangerous, but it's gonna work out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably shouldn't have thrown that, but either way, that's a huge pickup from Jefferson. So 31 yards to go, and we're in the end zone. I'm just gonna keep it on the ground here, though. Henry is gone, bro. That's gonna be a 1st down. I just want to try and use Henry as much as I can this season, because he is starting to regress. So next season, he's probably gonna be like an 80 overall or something like that, because he has gone down to like a 92. We are talking about Derrick Henry though, so even if he goes down to like an 88 or something, I'm expecting him to still be able to barrel through everyone in his way. Anyways, we still need another 4 yards after that pickup, so I'm just gonna go for another run here, and hopefully Henry can punch this in. Oh my god, we are getting swallowed up. I really thought that play was gonna work, but apparently not. So now we might be getting held to a field goal if we can't get anything here. Actually, that was gonna be a crazy grab. I mean, I'm just gonna play it safe. We need 7 yards for the touchdown, so I don't want to do anything stupid here. I just gotta make sure we get some points on the board. After that though, I mean, our defense did get a stop, so it looks like they are playing pretty good so far. I mean, they've been holding up against pretty much every team for the most part. That's another huge run from Derrick Henry. I mean, worst case scenario, I will kick another field goal because points are points, but if we can manage to get a touchdown on this drive, we're gonna be up by 2 scores, which is, oh dude, Jefferson, please get there. Let's go. What a grab. I mean, the fact that Jalen Ramsey was on our ass just adds to that play. But anyways, I'm probably gonna have to go to Kirk here because it's looking like Jefferson's gonna be locked up, but Kirk is wide open, and that's gonna be a touchdown. So after that, we're gonna be up by 10, so it's 10-0 Jags. I mean, if we can keep rolling like this, we are definitely on our way to a Super Bowl. But as you can see, I mean, the Dolphins are gonna get absolutely annihilated. After that win, I mean, we might be Super Bowl favorites because this team is looking terrifying right now. I mean, after a season like that, I'd like to think that Trevor Lawrence should be the one winning MVP, but as you can see, apparently we're gonna be getting robbed by Dax. But it looks like we do have to play the Eagles in the Super Bowl, who are also 15-2. So I mean, it's looking like we are gonna be in for one hell of a game. Our defense did do their job on the first drive though, so the Eagles couldn't score, which means we have the ball now. So hopefully we can get up right here. Henry, that is not what I wanted. I mean, up until now, Derrick Henry has been pretty unstoppable. I mean, the Eagles are the best defense in the league, so it's kind of reasonable that he's getting shut down. I mean, that play of Jefferson, I'd say, definitely makes up for it. I'm probably going to try and go for a shot with Ingram here though, unless Jefferson can somehow get open, which is looking like that's not going to be the case. But Ingram is wide open, so that's another first. I forgot how good this guy is. I mean, he is actually a pretty solid tight end. I'm hoping he can get open here. If he, oh, we're just keeping it on the ground. I was going to try and go for him, but he was locked up. Either way, I mean, Lawrence brought it all the way to the 13-yard line, so we only need 2 yards for another first down. I'm just going to hand it off to Derrick Henry again, who is getting shut down. So, I mean, now we need something here, or else we're going to be having a repeat of last game. I want to kick a field goal to start things off, because I feel like that's just boring. Actually, Ingram's going to save the day, so that's a first. We couldn't do it against the Dolphins, but this time we're going to keep the drive alive. So I'm just going to hand it off to Derrick Henry again. We have 3 attempts to try and punch this in. Oh my god. Oh, that's still okay. There we go. He actually barreled through someone this time. I mean, he was getting shut down for the most part this game, but he's going to get past everyone when it matters. So that's going to be a touchdown to put us out in front first here. And as you can see, it looks like we're going to get the job done. I mean, the Eagles did make things close, which really isn't surprising, but the Jags are finally going to get themselves a Lombardi trophy, which is well deserved. Because I mean, this team balled out this season. I don't think anyone wanted to see us in the playoffs. And obviously, I mean, Lawrence had 40 touchdowns, which should have given him MVP, but I mean, a Super Bowl is definitely more important. But anyways, as you can see, to end off year number 2, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars are finally going to be hoisting a Lombardi trophy. But anyways, that brings us to the off season. I didn't want to pick up any more players just so I could keep this video fair, but we did lose one of our cornerbacks to retirement. So as you can see, we signed Rashal Douglas. But anyways, I mean, obviously we got the job done last season, but if you think we're stopping there, you are crazy, because I'm still hungry. So now we're going to see if we can run it back again. And as you can see, the Jags once again went off, going 14-3 to win the division for the 3rd season in a row. And as you can see, for the 2nd season in a row, that record is going to give us the #1 seed in the playoffs. So I mean, it looks like this team is not showing any signs of slowing down. And once again, Lawrence went off with 3,900 yards for 34 touchdowns and only 1 interception. But as you can see, it looks like we have a rematch against the Bengals in the divisional round. And once again, it looks like we're going to get the best of Joe Burrow. So now we have another rematch against the Dolphins for a trip to the Super Bowl. We did get a stop on defense to start things off though. So I mean, it looks like our defense really isn't slowing down. I mean, the whole team in general, we're still pretty much unstoppable. I mean, I'm hoping we can have the same outcome as last time, because that would send us to our 2nd Super Bowl in a row. But anyways, Henry has a path, and we're going to get a block, and Juke's going to work too. So that's a huge pickup. I'm going for another run after that too. I mean, I've been running the ball for pretty much the whole game so far, but I mean, the Dolphins Dolphins really haven't been able to stop us yet, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. That's almost another first. I mean, since it's 2nd and 1, I'm gonna go for a shot with Jefferson, and as long as we don't get sacked, if this doesn't work, we should be able to pick up 1 yard on the run. I'm not even going for that. I'm just keeping it on the ground of Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I really wanted to go for Jefferson there, but he was locked up, so I didn't really feel like risking that. It's looking like Ramsey's going to be on his ass as well, actually. That might work out. Let's go. What a grab. I mean, that was an absolute dot from Trevor Lawrence, because when you have Jalen Ramsey on your wide receiver, you got to place it perfectly, and he did just that, so that's a touchdown. Anyways, as you can see, we have a pretty healthy lead in the 4th quarter. I should probably just be running the clock out, but I want to try and go for one more shot with Jefferson here. I mean, he actually might be able to get that. That's going to be really tight, but it's going to work out for a massive pickup. That was a crazy grab right there, man. I mean, I know I can trust Jefferson. If I throw it his direction, there's like an 85% chance that he's going to bring it in. I mean, again, I know this isn't smart, but I'm going to put in the air here. I should probably just be running the clock out, but after that, I mean, I got to try and go for the touchdown, and it looks like we're going to find Jefferson again. So that's going to extend our lead, and that will basically put the game away. I mean, it was already over before that, but that's going to guarantee ourselves a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Dolphins did score again after that, so they made it decently close, but either way, we're going to take it 38-24. So for the 2nd season in a row, Trevor Lawrence and the Jags are going to the Super Bowl. Again, after a crazy performance, I was really hoping Lawrence would get MVP. I mean, he only threw 1 interception, but either way, it looks like Patrick Mahomes is going to be winning MVP this season. I mean, we came 4th place in the votings, which is actually a robbery. But anyways, this year, it looks like we have to play the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, which is going to be another tough matchup. But I mean, again, with the roster that we have, I'd say we are more than capable of winning this game. Trevor Lawrence has also gone all the way up to a 99 overall, and that's a solid run from Henry. I mean, again, even though Derrick Henry's starting to regress because of his age, I mean, the guy is still balling out of his mind right now. Jefferson, that's going to be a huge pickup. Okay. So after that play, we're going to be set up. 31 yards to go and we're in. This probably isn't the best route because of Micah Parsons being on our ass, but we still worked with it. After that, I mean, I'm just going to go for another run because 2 yards and we got the first down. And if this works, I'm probably going to try and go for a shot in the end zone. And it looks like we're going to be just short. Cowboys defense is pretty good at stopping the run. I'm pretty confident that Derrick Henry can pick up 1 yard on the run, though. I mean, it looks like he's gone. That's gonna set us up perfectly right there. So after that play, I mean, 11 yards to go and we're in the end zone. I'm probably not gonna be able to go for Jefferson. Oh, actually, that might work. That's gonna be really tight, but we got it in the corner. Honestly, it looked like his feet were out of bounds there, but I'm not gonna question it. That's gonna be a touchdown for us to give the Jags the lead first. But unfortunately, as you can see, I mean, it looks like the Cowboys did a whole lot better against us than the Eagles did, because this time we're going to be taking the L in the Super Bowl. I mean, we made it back-to-back seasons, which is already insane, but still, it sucks to come this far just to lose, even though we already won it last year. But as you can see, to end off year number 3, it looks like Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are going to be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy instead of us. Even though that's a very disappointing way to end off this season, I don't think this team is done just yet. I mean, with the roster we have, I'd say we still have a lot of fight left in us. But as you can see, I mean, we kind of fell off this season, but we still won the division going 10-7, but we got to play the Jets in the wild card round. I mean, even though this team didn't look too great this year, Lawrence still balled out with 3,900 yards for 37 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. But as you can see, it looks like we're going to take down the Jets. So now we have another rematch against the Dolphins. And as you can see, for the 3rd season in a row, it looks like we're going to get the best of the Dolphins. So now we have to play the Ravens for a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, we did get a stop on our first drive of the game, which is nice to see, but I know this is not going to be an easy game to win because the Ravens are the #1 seed and Lamar Jackson has been balling out all season. And I mean, I knew it was coming, but unfortunately, Derrick Henry has gone all the way down to an 82 overall. So now we're working with ETN, who's like a 93 now, which kind of makes up for it. It is 3rd down after that last play, though, since we couldn't get the first. So I'm just going to try and go for a shot with Jefferson. This might get shut down, to be honest with you. I probably could have hit him, but I'm just going to keep it on the ground. I mean, looking back, I totally could have hit Jefferson there. I'm going to try and go for him again here. If he's locked up, I can probably just go for Ingram, but looks like he's going to be wide open. So that's going to put us in Ravens territory. I mean, Jefferson's been pretty much unstoppable. If you throw it his way, he basically catches it every time. That might work out for a touchdown. touchdown. Let's go. We're in. Even though Derrick Henry's been slowing down, I mean, Jefferson seems like he just keeps getting better and better. So that's going to be a touchdown to give the Jags the lead first. But unfortunately, after that, I mean, things kind of got away from us. We did keep it very close coming into that game, though. I mean, I knew Lamar was going to be very tough to take down. So the Ravens are going to get the win, which is going to send them to the Super Bowl. And that means we are going home. I mean, either way, we did have one hell of a run. We did get the one Super Bowl, which is enough for me. But as you can see, it looks like Lamar is going to be winning MVP this season. And after beating us, it looks like they went on to beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl by 1 point. But anyways, I mean, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, comment the most random thing you can think of so we can confuse everybody in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.